When God has his hand on your life, he doesn't leave anything to chance, especially when it comes to relationships. If you're wondering whether someone is meant to walk with you on this journey, here are 5 unmistakable things that happen when God himself chooses someone for you. When God chooses someone for you, the first thing that happens is divine alignment. This means that the person who enters your life isn't just a random connection. They fit perfectly into the larger purpose God has designed for you. Divine alignment goes beyond mere compatibility. It is about a connection that pushes you forward, aligning with both your personal purpose and your spiritual calling. You begin to realize that this individual is not just there to walk beside you, but to help you fulfill what you were created to do on this earth. The significance of divine alignment is deep because it's not just about being with someone who makes you feel good in the moment. It's about someone who understands your vision, who encourages your dreams, and who helps you see the possibilities within yourself that you may have never recognized. In divine alignment, both individuals complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. They may have different backgrounds, experiences, and even personality traits. But when God orchestrates the meeting, he ensures that everything falls into place. Your lives align in ways that are not only beneficial to your relationship, but also to your individual growth. You see, the right person won't just bring you happiness, they will bring you closer to your purpose. There's a deep understanding that exists between the two of you, often unspoken, that reminds you that you are both walking the same path. A couple whose lives align divinely has an unshakable understanding of where they're going. Their paths intersect not by accident, but as part of a divine plan. They support each other's dreams because they are in tune with what God is doing in each of their lives. God doesn't choose someone for you who will derail your purpose or cloud your vision. Instead, he brings someone who complements and strengthens what he has already set in motion in your life. This alignment is evident not just in the big moments, but also in the small everyday things. It shows up when you're going through life's challenges. When God has chosen someone for you, they will be your partner in facing adversity. Instead of contributing to confusion or conflict, they help bring clarity to your situation. When you feel lost or uncertain, their presence gives you a sense of direction. They remind you of the bigger picture, what you're working toward and why it's worth it. They aren't just someone who's there in the easy times. They are the person who stands by your side in every season of your life, encouraging you to trust God's plan. Divine alignment isn't just about having someone who shares your vision, but also about having someone who challenges you to grow. Growth doesn't always come in the form of comfort. Often it comes through stretching and pushing past what you thought was possible. When God aligns two people, he often places them in situations where they both have to evolve, where they challenge each other, push each other to be better, and inspire each other to keep moving forward. A relationship grounded in divine alignment isn't static, it's dynamic. Both individuals are constantly evolving and learning, and together they're becoming the best versions of themselves. Divine alignment brings a sense of peace because it removes the question of whether you're with the right person. When God is involved, there's no doubt. You don't have to wonder if this is the person meant for you, because you will see the hand of God moving in your relationship. It's not about chasing after something that feels right. It's about following the pull of the Holy Spirit, who guides your steps and opens your eyes to the beauty of the divine plan. When you are aligned with God's will, everything falls into place. The timing, the circumstances, and the people are all part of the puzzle that God has been putting together long before you even realize it. But it's not just about being in the right place at the right time. It's about being ready to receive what God has for you. Divine alignment requires you to be open and receptive to God's timing. Sometimes the process of alignment means waiting for God to prepare both you and the other person for what's ahead. It's about trusting that God knows exactly what you need and that his plans for your life are far greater than anything you could have imagined. In this divine alignment, there's a sense of unity and purpose that surpasses the world's idea of love. It's not about chemistry or attraction alone. It's about being divinely connected, united in purpose, and moving toward the same destination. When God chooses someone for you, He's not just choosing a partner for your present. He's choosing someone who will stand with you in your future. They're not just a companion for the journey. They're part of the journey itself, helping you walk in alignment with your calling. This connection is sacred. And the peace that comes from it is a testament to God's faithfulness and His perfect plan for your life. Divine alignment is not about finding someone who just fits your life. It's about finding someone who fits God's purpose for your life. And when that alignment happens, you will know it. You will feel it in your soul. And it will bring a sense of peace, confidence, and purpose that will guide you both through every stage of life. When God chooses someone for you, the second thing that happens is the presence of unexplainable peace. It's a peace that doesn't come from your circumstances, your own understanding, or even your emotions. It's a peace that transcends all of those things and settles deep in your soul. This peace becomes the anchor in your relationship. Even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's a peace that assures you with certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. This peace can't be manufactured. And it isn't the product of human effort. It is a divine gift, a confirmation that what you're experiencing is exactly what God intends for you. In relationships, especially those that are not aligned with God's will, there's a constant sense of confusion on us. You may find yourself questioning whether the relationship is right, whether this person is the one for you, or whether you're truly fulfilling your purpose together. But when God has chosen someone for you, there is no room for doubt. It's as if everything just falls into place. You experience a profound sense of peace. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know that God is in control and that He's guiding both you and the person He's chosen for you. This peace is not tied to external factors. It doesn't matter if the world is full of chaos, if the relationship has its ups and downs, or if you face unexpected challenges. The peace that comes from God is unshakable. It's not contingent on how things appear on the surface, but on the deep inner knowing that you are in God's will. When you're with the person He's chosen for you, you can navigate through life's storms with a calmness that doesn't make sense to others, and sometimes it might not even make sense to you. But it's there. It's God's confirmation that you're walking the path He has set before you. This unexplainable peace is often accompanied by a sense of clarity. Even in the midst of uncertainty, there's a clear sense of direction and purpose. You no longer feel lost or aimless. You begin to see the broader picture and understand that the relationship is not just about companionship, it's about fulfilling the purpose God has for you. The peace comes because you can trust in His plan, even when it's not fully revealed to you. You don't need to have all the answers or control every situation. This peace allows you to rest in God's timing, knowing that He will provide what you need when you need it. In a world that is often filled with anxiety, fear, and stress, this kind of peace is rare. Many people are searching for peace in external things, money, success, or temporary pleasures. But the peace that comes from God isn't about what's happening around you, it's about what's happening inside of you. It's a peace that surpasses understanding because it's rooted in something deeper than anything the world can offer. It's the kind of peace that calms your heart, quiets your fears, and settles your spirit, no matter the chaos that may be swirling in your life. This peace also manifests in the relationship itself. When God has chosen someone for you, there's a natural flow, a harmony between you both that is unmistakable. You might not always agree on everything, but the peace in your relationship allows for open communication, understanding, and compromise. You don't feel the need to fight or prove something to each other. Instead, you both come from a place of trust and mutual respect. knowing that God is at the center of it all. Even during moments of tension or disagreement, the peace remains. You may not see eye to eye in that moment, but you trust that the foundation of your relationship is built on something greater than just your feelings or perspectives. This unexplainable peace doesn't just come during the good times. In fact, it's often most apparent during the difficult moments, the challenges, the trials, and the times of uncertainty. It's easy to experience peace when everything is going well. But when God has chosen someone for you, even in the toughest of circumstances, you will feel His peace. You might face setbacks, loss, or hardships, but there's a quiet assurance in your heart that you are not alone. You know that God is walking with you both, and His peace is guarding your hearts and minds. This peace also deepens your connection to the person God has chosen for you. It's as though you're both on the same wavelength, and the peace you share creates a bond that is unbreakable. You support one another through thick and thin, not because you're both perfect, but because you both trust in the one who is. You lean on each other, and at the same time, you lean on God. This mutual reliance strengthens the peace in your relationship and helps it endure even through life's most difficult seasons. The unexplainable peace that comes when God chooses someone for you is a testament to His presence in your life. It's a divine confirmation that you are on the right path, that you're with the right person, and that He is guiding you both towards something greater. This peace doesn't rely on human effort, but on God's grace and faithfulness. And when you experience it, you can rest in the knowledge that God's will is unfolding before you perfectly, purposefully, and peacefully. When God chooses someone for you, the third thing that happens is the alignment of your spiritual growth. A relationship that is divinely orchestrated brings with it the opportunity for both individuals to grow closer to God and to develop spiritually in ways they may never have anticipated. This spiritual growth doesn't happen in isolation. It happens together as a couple through shared experiences, challenges, and moments of divine revelation. When God brings someone into your life, they are not just meant to walk with you in the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your journey, but they are also meant to help guide and support your spiritual walk, strengthening you in ways that align with God's plan for you both. It's easy to get caught up in the physical connection or the emotional bond. However, when God is involved, He doesn't just want to see you both happy, He wants to see you both flourish spiritually. The person He brings into your life isn't just a companion in the traditional sense. They are a partner in the pursuit of your spiritual calling. They are someone who challenges you to deepen your relationship with God, to seek Him more fervently, and to walk more closely with Him each day. This kind of spiritual alignment is a powerful force in a relationship because it allows both individuals to become more than they could have been alone. You may notice that the relationship with the person God has chosen for you brings you to new levels of understanding of your faith. They inspire you to read the Bible more often, to pray with greater intention, and to seek God's will for your life in deeper ways. They might offer insights during difficult moments that draw you closer to God. And their actions might serve as a reminder of how to live with love, grace, and patience. When God chooses someone for you, they will help you see life through a spiritual lens, showing you that everything, even the small things, is connected to God's greater plan. This doesn't mean that the relationship is free from difficulties or challenges, but rather that through these challenges, both individuals are spiritually strengthened. Sometimes God allows hardships in relationships as a way to test and refine your faith. These moments aren't intended to drive you apart, but to bring you closer to Him and to one another. The trials you face together can be a profound opportunity for spiritual growth as they force you to lean on God in ways you might not have done before. In times of hardship, your spiritual connection with one another deepens as you both pray together, encourage one another, and rely on God's strength to get through the toughest seasons. As a couple, this spiritual growth isn't just about individually getting closer to God, it's also about growing together. When God chooses someone for you, He places you both on a path that encourages you to lift each other up in your faith. You start to pray together, attend church together, and support each other in your individual spiritual journeys. This shared spiritual experience strengthens the bond between you, as it is rooted in something far greater than just a physical or emotional attraction. It's a bond that is grounded in shared faith and the pursuit of the divine. This spiritual growth brings a deeper level of trust between you and the other person. Trusting someone spiritually means believing in their character and their walk with God. And this trust becomes the foundation of the relationship. The person God has chosen for you will encourage you to be your best self in every area, including spiritually. When you are aligned spiritually, there is a sense of security in knowing that you are both walking toward the same goal, whether that's becoming more Christ-like, fulfilling your individual callings, or seeking God's guidance in every decision. There is a deep trust in the way God works through each of you, even when you don't fully understand the plan. This alignment of spiritual growth also helps to develop a shared vision for the future. When both people are committed to growing spiritually, their decisions, their goals, and their plans are all aligned with God's will. This makes it easier to move forward together. Whether that's in building a family, supporting each other's careers, or making life-changing decisions. When both individuals are spiritually aligned, the relationship becomes a platform for fulfilling God's purpose on earth. You begin to realize that the relationship is not just for your own happiness or success, but for the greater purpose of serving God and advancing His kingdom together. Spiritual growth in a relationship with someone chosen by God brings a sense of peace. You can trust that God is in control of the relationship and that He is working in and through you both. As you grow together spiritually, you start to experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy. This peace stems from knowing that your relationship is rooted in something eternal. It's not just about the present moment or your individual desires. It's about serving God, growing in faith, and fulfilling His purpose for your lives together. This spiritual growth also provides a sense of accountability. In relationships that are rooted in God, both individuals hold each other accountable, not just in the practical aspects of life, but also in their faith. They encourage each other to stay true to their values, to remain grounded in prayer, and to seek God's guidance in all things. This accountability is not about controlling or criticizing each other, but about lovingly supporting one another's spiritual journeys. When God chooses someone for you, one of the most significant things that happens is the alignment of your spiritual growth. Through this relationship, both individuals grow closer to God, strengthening each other's faith and walking together on the path He has set before them. The relationship becomes a partnership in pursuing God's purpose, and through both the joys and the challenges, your faith is deepened and your connection to each other is strengthened in ways that go beyond the physical and emotional. This divine alignment and spiritual growth is one of the greatest blessings that comes when God chooses someone for you. When God chooses someone for you, the fourth thing that happens is the sharpening of your character. Character, which is the foundation of who you are, is something that doesn't just appear overnight, but is refined over time. It's easy to look at someone and see their strengths, their good qualities, and their charm. But true character is often revealed through the way we handle challenges, how we treat others, and how we respond in the most difficult moments of life. When God brings the right person into your life, He often uses that person to help sharpen your character in ways you could never have imagined on your own. Through the relationship, you begin to see areas of your life that need growth, healing, or transformation. God uses the relationship to mold you into a better version of yourself, one that reflects His love, grace, and righteousness. The sharpening of character that comes when God chooses someone for you is not always easy or comfortable. In fact, it can often be challenging. Relationships reveal who we truly are. And when God is involved, He uses this as an opportunity to refine us. For example, you may find that your patience is tested in new ways, or that the person God has chosen for you brings out areas of pride, insecurity, or anger that you didn't even realize were present. While these experiences may feel uncomfortable, they are part of God's refining process. He uses the other person in the relationship to help you confront these areas and work on them. The key is not to see these moments as problems, but as opportunities for growth. God doesn't just choose someone to complete you in the emotional or physical sense. He chooses someone to help you become more like Him. This process of character sharpening is about becoming a person who reflects His values and principles, not just in moments of success or joy, but especially in times of challenge. For instance, if you struggle with patience, the right person for you will help you learn how to be more patient, not because they're perfect, but because they will provide the experiences, circumstances, and challenges that require you to practice patience. This doesn't happen in an instant, but over time, as you face situations that push you to develop a Christ-like attitude. In the same way, God will use the relationship to help you grow in areas such as humility, self-control, forgiveness, kindness, and gentleness. In a healthy, God-ordained relationship, you won't just be comfortable or live a life of ease. Instead, you'll be constantly stretched and refined. Sometimes the sharpening of your character involves tough love confrontation that forces you to face your flaws. But when God chooses someone for you, they will do so in a way that is loving and compassionate. They will not tear you down, but help you grow and evolve. Their role is not to change who you are, but to encourage you to become the best version of yourself. This might mean that you face things within yourself that you've ignored or buried. But this process is meant to purify and strengthen you. This sharpening of character also requires vulnerability. To grow and evolve, you must be willing to let go of your pride and be open to the correction and feedback of your partner. Being vulnerable enough to admit that you are flawed, that you don't have everything figured out, and that you need help is crucial in building the kind of character that God desires. God uses the person He's chosen for you to challenge you to become a person of integrity. A person who doesn't shy away from their weaknesses but actively works to overcome them. Vulnerability allows you to be open to the lessons God is teaching you and helps you grow deeper in love, faith, and personal development. The person God chooses for you will also help hold you accountable in a way that encourages you to grow rather than feel condemned. Accountability is essential in sharpening your character because it provides a structure of support, helping you stay on track even when things get difficult. A God-ordained partner encourages you to become the person God intended you to be, helping you grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Accountability in a relationship is not about criticizing or controlling each other, but about holding each other up to a higher standard. When both individuals are committed to growing and becoming better versions of themselves, the relationship becomes a powerful tool for sharpening character. It's important to understand that character development doesn't just come from positive experiences, it also comes from the challenges that arise in the relationship. When you experience conflict or misunderstandings, you are given the opportunity to practice forgiveness, patience, communication, and grace. These moments are where character is built. When the person God has chosen for you challenges you, encourages you, and sometimes even confronts you, it's part of God's plan for refining your character. These experiences teach you to handle adversity with grace, to love selflessly, and to prioritize the other person's needs over your own. The sharpening of your character in a relationship chosen by God creates a deeper level of intimacy. As you both grow in character, you develop a bond that is not only based on attraction or emotional connection, but also on shared values and principles. This deeper connection strengthens the relationship and creates a foundation of trust and respect. When both individuals are committed to personal growth and spiritual maturity, the relationship becomes a reflection of God's love and purpose for your lives. The sharpening of character is an ongoing process that continues even after the relationship has started. It doesn't stop at a particular moment or after a certain milestone. When God chooses someone for you, the relationship is not meant to be a source of comfort or complacency, but a tool for continuous personal and spiritual development. God uses your partner to refine you, to push you, and to help you become the person He has called you to be. The journey of character sharpening is a lifelong process, but it is through this process that you become more like Christ and more equipped to live out God's purpose for your life. The sharpening of your character is one of the most significant and transformative things that happens when God chooses someone for you. Through their love, support, and guidance, you are able to become a better version of yourself, more aligned with God's will and purpose. The challenges you face together become opportunities for growth, and the love you share becomes a reflection of the transformative power of God's grace. When God chooses someone for you, the fifth thing that happens is the deepening of your purpose. In life, we are all on a journey to discover why we are here, what our calling is, and how we can make the greatest impact in the world. It's a quest to understand our purpose, not just in our own lives, but also in the lives of those around us. When God brings someone into your life, especially someone chosen specifically for you, He doesn't just bring them to be a companion or a partner. He brings them to help you discover, deepen, and fulfill the divine purpose that He has set before you. This is one of the most profound aspects of a God-ordained relationship, the way it helps reveal and accelerate your purpose in life. A relationship that is divinely ordained has a way of aligning both people with a higher calling, drawing them toward their purpose in ways that they may not have been able to achieve on their own. When you are walking alongside the right person, someone who shares your values, beliefs, and vision, you begin to understand that your life is not just about individual achievements, but about a shared mission. Together, you discover new ways to contribute to the world, to your community, and to each other. This partnership doesn't just add to your life, it multiplies your impact and extends your reach. As you grow together, you find that your lives have greater significance than they did when you were alone. The work you do, the things you accomplish, and the goals you set take on a deeper meaning when viewed through the lens of your shared purpose. The person God has chosen for you is not just someone you're meant to build a life with, they are also someone who helps you build a legacy. They play a crucial role in helping you see the bigger picture of your life's calling. For instance, you might have a passion for serving others, for entrepreneurship, or for creative expression. And when God brings the right person into your life, that person will help you refine and grow that passion. They will support you in your endeavors, challenge you to pursue your dreams, and inspire you to dig deeper into the talents and gifts God has given you. They won't just be a passive observer, they will actively encourage and equip you to walk out your purpose, pushing you to reach new heights and to do things you may never have thought possible on your own. A relationship chosen by God challenges you to grow into the person you need to be in order to fulfill your purpose. Purpose is not something that is simply handed to you, it is something that you are called to step into. This requires growth, transformation, and refinement, and God uses relationships as a tool to shape you into the person you need to become. The challenges you face together, the lessons you learn, and the ways you support each other all play a role in preparing you for the greater purpose God has in store. Sometimes, God uses the relationship to push you beyond your comfort zones, to refine your skills, or to teach you things that will later become essential to your journey. The deepening of your purpose also comes through the synergy that exists between you and your partner. In a God-ordained relationship, both individuals bring unique strengths, perspectives, and gifts to the table. These differences are not meant to divide you, but to enhance your ability to accomplish more together than you could apart. Your strengths complement each other, and together you form a unified front that is greater than the sum of its parts. The person God has chosen for you is someone who doesn't just walk beside you, they help propel you forward, encourage you to aim higher, and inspire you to think bigger. When you are aligned in purpose, you are able to move forward with clarity and confidence, knowing that your journey is not just about you, but about the greater good. God also uses the person He has chosen for you to remind you of your identity. In the busyness of life, it's easy to forget who you are and why you're here. But the right person helps you stay grounded in your true purpose, reminding you of your values, your passions, and your calling. This reminder can come in the form of encouragement when you're feeling discouraged, or a gentle nudge when you're straying off course. They become a source of strength, helping you stay focused on the things that matter most and keeping you accountable to the higher calling God has placed on your life. As you walk through life together, the purpose you share begins to become more clear. In the beginning of any relationship, the purpose of that union might not be entirely obvious. But as time passes, as you both grow and develop individually and as a couple, your purpose begins to unfold. You may begin to see the way that your individual callings intersect, and how together you are meant to accomplish something significant. Whether it's in ministry, business, family, or the community, the relationship begins to help reveal the way your purpose can be carried out in a broader context. The deepening of your purpose doesn't always come in grand, visible ways. Often it happens in the quiet moments of everyday life, in the conversations you have about your dreams and goals, in the ways you support each other through challenges, and in the small steps you take toward fulfilling your calling. The person God has chosen for you will be there to celebrate your victories, no matter how big or small, and to help you stay focused when the journey gets tough. Together, you will learn to see your purpose as not just a personal pursuit, but as a joint mission, one that honors God and serves the greater good. When God chooses someone for you, it is a partnership that goes far beyond romantic love. It is a partnership in purpose. This shared mission helps you both discover and deepen your divine calling, propelling you forward with passion and determination. As you walk together in this purpose, you find fulfillment not just in the relationship itself, but in the way it contributes to something much bigger than the two of you. The purpose you share is a reflection of God's plan for your lives. And together, you are able to accomplish far more than you could ever imagine on your own. Through this deepening of purpose, you become who God created you to be and step into the future He has set before you, confident in His plan and empowered by His guidance. The final key thing that happens when God chooses someone for you is that you experience a deep sense of peace and alignment. Life is often filled with uncertainty and turmoil. We encounter moments of doubt, confusion, and fear that make it difficult to know if we are on the right path or if we're making the right decisions. The world around us can feel chaotic, and we might question whether we are truly following the path that was meant for us. In these moments, we often long for peace, a sense of calm and assurance that we are exactly where we need to be. When God chooses someone for you, this peace and alignment is one of the most profound gifts you receive. The person God has chosen for you will bring a sense of peace into your life that transcends any external circumstances. While the world around you may still feel unpredictable, there will be a quiet certainty in your heart that tells you that you are right where you are supposed to be. The decisions you make, the directions you take, and the steps you walk together with this person all feel aligned with your purpose. You no longer feel like you're fumbling through life, but rather you begin to walk with a sense of clarity and confidence that everything is unfolding according to God's plan. The peace that comes from knowing that your relationship is divinely orchestrated provides a solid foundation, even in times of difficulty. One of the ways this peace manifests itself is through the elimination of inner conflict. Many of us struggle with the tension between what we desire and what we think we should want. Our emotions, desires, and ambitions often pull us in multiple directions, leaving us feeling torn and unsettled. But when God brings the right person into your life, there is a deep sense of alignment between your heart and your choices. You are no longer conflicted about the decisions you make or the direction your life is heading. Instead of feeling pulled in various directions, you feel an inner harmony and a clear sense of purpose. It's as if you found the missing piece of the puzzle that brings everything into place. The partnership you share with this person feels natural and effortless, as though it was meant to be from the very beginning. In addition to inner peace, the peace that comes from a God-ordained relationship is often reflected in the way you both interact with the world. When you are aligned with your purpose and walking with the right person, there is a calmness about you that others can sense. You become less reactive to external stressors and more resilient in the face of challenges. Rather than allowing the pressures of life to overwhelm you, you are able to remain focused and grounded. This peace flows not only within the relationship, but also extends to other areas of your life, including your work, your family, and your community. The stability that comes from knowing you are in alignment with God's will for your life radiates outward and affects all that you do. Another powerful aspect of the peace that comes with a divinely chosen relationship is that it brings a sense of trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any strong relationship, and when God chooses someone for you, that trust is deep and unwavering. You no longer have to worry about whether this person has your best interests at heart or if they will walk away when things get tough. There is a deep, unshakable trust in both the relationship and in the path that you are on. You trust that the person God has brought into your life will help you grow, support you through challenges, and be a steady source of encouragement and love. This trust allows you to fully give yourself to the relationship, knowing that both of you are committed to walking together in alignment with God's purpose. Peace also comes when you are able to surrender your own desires and plans to God, trusting that His will is better than anything you could have imagined. The process of allowing God to lead and guide your life can be difficult, especially when we are used to making our own decisions. But when God brings the right person into your life, you begin to see that His plan for you is far greater than your own. The peace you feel is the result of surrendering your fears and uncertainties to God, trusting that He knows what's best for you. Instead of constantly worrying about the future or second-guessing your choices, you learn to rest in the assurance that God is in control and that He is orchestrating every detail of your life for His glory. This peace and alignment are also reflected in the way you both approach life's challenges. Every relationship will face difficulties, but when God has chosen someone for you, you approach those challenges with a sense of unity and purpose. Rather than seeing challenges as obstacles that threaten to tear you apart, you view them as opportunities for growth. Together, you are able to face life's uncertainties with a calm resolve, knowing that you are not alone in the journey. The peace that comes from this shared commitment to God's plan helps you navigate even the most difficult times with grace and confidence. This peace is not just about the present moment, it is also about the future. When God chooses someone for you, you begin to look forward with hope and excitement, knowing that your journey together is leading somewhere. The fears and anxieties that once clouded your vision are replaced by a sense of anticipation for what lies ahead. You start to see the future as a shared adventure, one that is guided by God's wisdom and love. With the right person by your side, you feel ready to face whatever challenges or blessings come your way, knowing that you are both aligned in purpose and at peace with the path you are walking. The peace that comes from a God-ordained relationship also leads to a sense of joy. There is a joy that arises when you are walking in alignment with God's will, and it radiates from the relationship itself. The simple, everyday moments are filled with gratitude and contentment. You begin to appreciate the little things, a shared laugh, a quiet moment together, or even the challenges that help you grow stronger. This joy comes from knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you were created to do. It is a peace that transcends understanding, a calm in the midst of life's storms, and a deep, abiding assurance that God is with you every step of the way. When God chooses someone for you, the peace and alignment that follow are not just fleeting feelings, they are the result of a deeper spiritual connection. They are the evidence that you are walking in the fullness of God's plan for your life, and that you are exactly where you are meant to be. This peace sustains you through every season of life and helps you face the future with confidence and joy. In a world that often feels uncertain and chaotic, the peace that comes from a divinely orchestrated relationship is a treasure that brings stability, strength, and a sense of deep fulfillment. When God chooses someone for you, it is a powerful and life-changing experience. The 5 key things that happen: clarity of purpose, personal growth, transformative love, alignment with your true self, and the deep peace that transcends all understanding are not just signs of a good relationship, but evidence that you are walking the path that God has planned for you. These divine moments bring a sense of assurance, confidence, and trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. God's plan for you is always greater than anything you could have imagined. And when He chooses someone for you, it's a reflection of His love, wisdom, and guidance. This relationship becomes a vessel for growth, healing, and fulfillment. It's not about perfection, but about the alignment of hearts, minds, and spirits to a higher purpose. So remember that God's choices are always rooted in His love and desire to see you thrive. Trust in His timing, surrender your fears, and embrace the journey He has laid before you. When you allow God to choose for you, you are walking into a future filled with purpose, peace, and the joy that comes from knowing that His plans for you are far greater than your own. Let your relationship be a testament to the beauty of divine timing and the extraordinary life that comes when you walk in alignment with God's will.